Yo, what is going on, boys, and welcome back to the channel once again today, where we are going to be having a look at one of the best cycle decks in the game right now. Maybe not as good this season as it was last season, but it will definitely still be a great deck, simply just because of the slight nerf to the Evil Goblin Drill. But besides the point, boys, we're going to be having a look at this deck today and seeing if it's still as strong, seeing if we can still do some damage with it, and, you know, I'm fairly certain that we will. This deck is absolutely incredible. I'm sure all of you guys have come against it at some point or another because it's so strong. It takes the newest, well, not the newest anymore, but one of the newest Evos, you know, being the Goblin Drill. Don't know why I was struggling so much there, and also combines it with, you know, just obviously how overpowered the Demolisher is. We also have the Evo Tesla being one of the best Evos in the game. I'm sure no one would argue with that. So we have so much going on here, boys. So besides the point, let's hop straight into today's comment question of the day. So, today's question is, do you guys think that, this is a bit of a random one, but do you guys think that spells should interact with your own cards? And this can be, like, obviously, I think this will be more used in, like, a positive way. So, more so, you know, if I place a zap on my Sparky, should it load it up? Or if I push a log behind my troops here, should it push my troops along a bit further, get closer to the tower quicker? You know, things like that. I think it'd be interesting change now. I'm not gonna, I don't know if I think it should be that way. I won't lie, but you know, I think it would be an interesting concept. You know, even if you wanted to, like, if you had Ice Wizard in your deck, if you Fireball it would become a Fire Wizard. Like, that's getting a bit extreme. But, you know, things like that, I think it would be a really interesting concept. It's something they definitely could, like, test out. But I just don't know if it would ever actually realistically fit into the game in a balanced way. So, it's probably something we'll never ever see. But I think the Zap is one that you could implement some way to interact with your troops. And I think it would be a really cool, oh, that was a pretty good prediction of him, fair play. Yeah, he's going to predict that quite nicely. Good on you. So, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. It's one that's rather interesting to me. But, now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk a bit more about the deck that we have at hand today. So, today we are using the, of course, we're using this Goblin Drill, 2.9 Goblin Drill cycle. One of the best cycle decks in the game right now. If you guys haven't heard of it, well then, lucky you, because this is all I seen last month. So, it was definitely not a fun experience. But, it's not too bad now, I don't think. I haven't seen as much drill this month, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. And my Demolisher man just sneak right through, isn't that wonderful? We'll take that, boys, we will take that. Let's go for the drill here in the centre to counter this, what's it called, this Goblin Giant. That's the one we're looking for, and hopefully we can clean that up not too bad. And then we will just go for a Demolisher here up the left side. My Evo Tesla was doing some work there, it should stop that as well. Will that stay alive? No, it won't. Okay, it's not the worst. Let's go for the poison here. Just get rid of this Evil Wizard, this Evil Wizard a little bit. Bring it down. You know, we don't want it doing too much. But now that he's played the Evil Wizard, we can kind of go for our drill here. And I'm not sure if he can really punish it at all. Well, he's got that, I guess, but he's kind of used a lot of his defense for it. So he has to go for his Evo Goblin Giant, which is going to be a little bit of an overcommitment. And we're going to take the tower just like that. Let's hop straight into the second game. And yes, guys, we are back for game number 2 here against Daniel Never Dies from the Bikini Bottom clan, and that's a good clan. I can get behind that clan. Okay, my scouts are actually going to get onto that miner, which is going to work out quite nicely. Now I'm actually just going to get a bit aggressive here off the bat and go for my drill early on. I know, quite aggressive. I also know, but you know, sometimes it's worth it. Pays off. Taking the risk pays off sometimes, and it didn't this time, but maybe next time. Now, we are going to go for the Tesla here. We're going to go for a slight bias off to the left so we can try and get King to activation, and that'll make our lives a little bit easier in the long run, and we're not actually going to, which is a bit unfortunate. I go for my Knight because I'm dumb, and I really shouldn't have, but he gets a bit desperate as well, so it kind of evens out. But he goes in for the bats. Now his Dire Duchess is quite low. It should be on like 3/4, and we can definitely get some damage in here with our drill, I hope. Even just a little bit would be quite nice, and that, honestly, it's enough. Something's better than nothing, so we take it. We're going for the Tesla here, try and counter that, and hopefully the Firecracker will now give me King to activation, which it will, gracefully, of course, and we'll take that, and he's there. So, we have a slight damage lead here. Nothing too much to get comfortable with, but we have a damage lead nonetheless. You know, we got to take the positives from this. Let's just cycle our cards, because we have the 1 Elixir cards in hand we don't really need, and we'll just cycle them to see what we can do. And we do need to be careful, because I think his next cycle will be the Evo Bats, assuming they are the Evo. Sometimes I just forget to look at what his Evos are. We're going for the poison here. Mightn't be the best poison, you know, it is on the right side. He went for everything, kind of up to the left, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, let me go in for the Evo Tesla here. Should full counter all that. keep the Evo Tesla alive as well, which is really going to be really nice, just in case he does have to go for anything up that side. He's going for the bats, which should get cleaned up really nicely. Actually, they won't even need the Evo Tesla doesn't even need it. The Demolisher just that good with his ability. I don't know how they allow that, but they do, and I'm here for it. So let's go for this. We'll go for the Ice Spirit here as well. Hopefully jump onto those. Didn't even need to. Very, very nice. And let's get going in with the Evo Tesla, or the Evo Goblin Drill, sorry, and see what we can do here. Now we're going for the poison, slightly off-center, just so we can get that Firecracker in there as well. We don't need that Firecracker being pesky out here. So we need a good, should get a good little bit of damage going here. His Duchess has no charge. He goes for the bats, but it's kind of a little bit late. We're kind of controlling this game very, very well. To be fair, I'm quite happy with how it's going so far. So normally I'm a fiend for this getting demolished by what's it called? Miner. Actually, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I think I had a brain fart. But let's just keep the pressure high. This is the best thing to be doing with these decks. Just keep cycling. Just annoy your opponent pretty much. It's always been the best. Now, if anyone watching this and you play Miner, don't do what this guy's doing. He's going for his he's going for his Miner in the exact same spot every time, and it's just making it way too predictable. I kind of know where he's going to go every time, which is, I mean, like, he switched up a little bit there, but nothing really. Let me go for my poison here. We just need to keep cycling up this left tower, and we should take this game out no problem. He's going to have a bit of a fight, to be fair, but I think we do have our Evo Drill now, and if you guys know anything about Evo Drill, it's pretty much impossible to defend. Now, why this guy didn't use his that the whole time, his bomb tower to defend my drill, I will never know, but you guys can take up a guess, because I don't know, and that is going to be it over for game number 2. He's mad about it, and we hop straight into the third game. And yes, guys, we are back for game number 3 here against Kylie Jenner, who is surprisingly unclashed these days. Well, it's not amazing how the times have changed. But anyways, we're hopping straight into this third game, and that guy, last game, he's quite mad at the end there. You've seen he hits with the emotes. He wasn't happy, as if he wasn't playing pretty much the same deck, just a slightly different variation. Don't be like that guy. Just accept your loss. You win some, you lose some. No need to be at the end of games. It's just, it's just no. You just don't need to, boys. But anyways, we'll hop straight into the last game here, and this guy's gonna have Minion Horde, which is such an interesting card to see. Minion Horde being one of the lower tier cards in the game right now, and has been for quite a long time. If you use it, I'm sorry to slander your favorite card like that, but it's definitely not a great card. I think it's just because it's so easy. It's just way too easy countered, if you know what I mean. It's just. Yeah, I don't know. It's a card that there's so many counters to it, especially in this kind of meta where everyone's running arrows, and then people who aren't running arrows are running poison. People who aren't running poison are running firecracker. There's just so many counters for it, and I'm just gonna let that miner do its thing. Why not? Let's get aggressive up the right side here, and we'll just let it do whatever 400 damage. We'll take it, see what we can do in return, we're just going to get countered in return, so that's quite nice, isn't it? We always love to see that, and we'll just go in for the log. There's no point taking any risk with this, but we will get King Activate, which will be quite nice. It's very, very useful whenever you're playing against a minor player, because that 400 damage he gets in the future will just become 200 damage, and I just mute this guy, he's getting quite annoying. But that 400 damage will become 200 damage, and then, it just, the game gets a lot easier from there, especially against these minor players. Now, let me go for my Skeleton here in the center, which will take that shot, as well as distract the Tesla, and then we probably just need to go for the Bomber here to defend this, not the Bomber, the Demolisher, that's the one. We're going to take a good bit of damage to this Mortar, unfortunately. There isn't much I can do about it at this point, but hopefully my Demolisher will get there quickly and we can kind of do something about it. Now I'm going to go in for the drill here, and we will go in for the poison as well in case he decides to go Minion Horde on it. If he does go Minion Horde, it'll work out nicely for us, but if he doesn't and he does that, it doesn't work out quite so nice. So we should catch it actually. That's quite nice. We can actually go in for our log here and get it out of the way, which is going to make things a little bit easier for us. We're going for Demolisher here, which should catch his shots as well as take it out quite well, and we're going to go for the Prince here, or not the Prince, the Knight here as well, and as long with that it does take it out. Very, very nice. Okay, now we don't need to go for our Evo Tesla just yet, and we can go for our Knight here now, go for a Demolisher to clean up as well, and we keep that quite nicely. Now I'm going to keep the pressure high. We're going to go for a drill here up the right side any second now. Okay, cool. We can go for this. We can also get poison damage off on the mortar. Should have went for it a bit closer to the mortar, so then we could also take out his anything he put down on it. But he's not going to put down anything on it, so it's not that bad. Going to go for the Evo Tesla here, and we will just hit the log onto the Onto the Firecracker too, just get that out of the way, we don't want to be messing around with that. And we're going for the Knight here. We need to kind of clean this up and keep applying the pressure. We all need to keep the pressure high up the right side, not let him do much. He's just not even going for his minion horde anymore, so I don't even know why I'm poisoning every time. But getting that poison value in could be a game changer in the long run, so we'll keep going for it right now anyway. There he goes to the minion horde. We don't have our poison, so this actually could do a little bit of something to us. But we just play this safely. We should be okay. My Tesla will help me take that out, and then we're going for the poison here onto the mortar, because I do not want the mortar being annoying to me in the long run, and that's just not nice. We invite him with that. Now let's go for our log here. He's going to go in for a pretty bad evolution, but that's the way it is. Now we go in for a goblin drill, the evil goblin drill, so it should do a good bit of damage. He's going to go for his for all of his splash cards, and we should take all of that out, and that should be it for this third and final game, boys. And yes, it is. Let's unmute him, see if he's still BMing. Of course he's not. We'll hit him with Twerk and Piggyback. And yes, guys, as you can see, this deck is just incredible. It's so well rounded, and this is my first time playing with the Evo Goblin Drill. Obviously, I'm free to play. I can't really get all these evolutions whenever they come out and stuff. So a lot of times I wait. I do play them in the challenges. You guys know how we do it here. But it's so strong. You don't even need to be experienced with it. You can just pick it up and play it, and it just works so well. Some of the downsides, maybe defense a little bit more difficult sometimes. You do have the Evo Tesla, which is obviously just the best defense card in the game. We have the Knight, we have the Demolisher, but obviously, if you're not used to playing with cycle cards, having 2 Elixir cards, your deck can be a bit difficult to learn how to handle and use properly. So if that's something like you can sub out sub in the goblins for the skeletons, gives you a bit more DPS. Sub in something else, should make it a slower cycle, but it might be a bit more powerful if you're not too used to these. But anyways, guys, that is it. Enough waffle. And if you did enjoy today's video, do be sure to like and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you all in the next video, boys. And peace out.